In the 18th century, Prussia transformed from a relatively insignificant state into one of the most powerful monarchies in Europe. This process resulted from effective internal and external policies pursued by successive rulers from the Hohenzollern dynasty. Frederick I, King of Prussia from 1701 to 1713, played a key role in transforming Prussia into a kingdom. He crowned himself King of Prussia in 1701, expressing the Hohenzollern dynasty's aspirations for full sovereignty and prestige in Europe. Frederick I aimed to strengthen Prussia's position by developing the army and administration and building palaces that would testify to the power and significance of his state. The Kingdom of Prussia encompassed diverse territories gradually unified under the Hohenzollern scepter. The most important lands included East Prussia, Brandenburg, Pomerania, and Silesia after its annexation in the 18th century. These territories formed a cultural and economic mosaic, requiring efficient administration. Frederick I introduced a series of reforms to strengthen the state. He focused on expanding the army, which became one of the pillars of Prussian power. His economic policy included developing manufacturing and infrastructure. Although he did not introduce radical reforms like his son, Frederick II the Great, he laid the foundations for further state modernization. Frederick II continued reforming the country. He abolished censorship and the use of torture. He introduced religious tolerance, compulsory education, and mandatory conscription for young men. All subjects, including the nobility, were required to pay taxes. This allowed for the maintenance of a large, well-trained army. The annexation of Silesia to Prussia occurred during his reign. In 1740, taking advantage of the confusion following Emperor Charles VI's death and Maria Theresa's accession to the Austrian throne, Frederick II invaded Silesia. The Silesian Wars ended in Prussia's success, with most of Silesia being conquered. This was one of Frederick II's most significant achievements, greatly increasing the country's territory and economic potential. Thus, Prussia's development in the 18th century resulted from coordinated military, administrative, and economic actions, transforming the state into a European power. In the case of Prussia, we can speak of an enlightened monarchy. It was a form of government characteristic of some European states in the 18th century, combining absolutism with Enlightenment ideas. Enlightened rulers, such as Frederick II the Great, promoted social, economic, and administrative reforms, striving to modernize the state while maintaining full royal power.
Thank you for being a part of our educational adventure. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss new videos.